Hi, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk with Penn and Lucy. Oh, I guess we're not on Discord. That's okay. I just saw the little thing going, and I was like, wait a second, we didn't move to Discord. But that's all right. We're all in the same spot. I think it'll be fine. This week, we don't have a lot to talk about, but we do have some exciting announcements about Lonesome Dove, so that's pretty fun. And we have Penelope's adorable outfit over here that I want from Miss Chelsea, Equal
From
10.
and the hair is from Equal 10 as well from No Match.
Okay, all right. I'm not a huge fan of No Match generally. That one's pretty cute, but I don't know. Maybe they're getting better, but a lot of the time their textures are kind of chunky, kind of like Vega. So,
Oh, yeah.
or Opal. I'm not a huge fan of those places really. Anyway, so I have not looked at shopping like at all besides the 50 London Fridays business.
hmm
That's about it.
The last couple of weeks I've just been so busy. I really haven't had a chance to dig in, but uh, it's sucky. It's not great. Happy Weekend wasn't great. 50 Linden was better this week, but it just wasn't great. The Saturday sale wasn't great. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's a
I've been
tough
noticing that
one.
a lot lately too, that the sales have not been great lately. I've been doing a lot less shopping, which is not a
Yeah.
bad thing, but definitely been doing a lot less shopping. I think it's funny that there's the demo Sims around right now still. We're in the process right now of redoing the Lazy River. Colette's been mostly heading up that project, which is really awesome. Um, I was hoping that she'd be back before we make our announcements. Maybe we can chat about some other stuff. But yeah, we're redoing things around here. It still has the same vibe, but we are trying to just make it a little bit more cohesive with the rest of the sim, even though it drives Jason crazy that we have palm trees over here, but that's okay. Um, but so like the rest of the sim kind of matches this area over here with the grass and everything and the trees over here, and then over there, that's what we have our announcement about here coming up. Sorry, I'm camming over there. So that'll be pretty exciting. Hopefully Colette will be back soon, and if she's not, then we'll just announce it without her, I guess. But so yeah, I was seeing on Facebook that the owner of Riot was saying that she banned child avatars or anybody who has a child avatar on that account. So like even if they switch back and forth from being a
Oh.
child to an adult and they go to restore as an adult, she still does not want them there. Which I mean, I don't really say I blame her a whole lot for that at all. She did say that she had some issues before where she didn't realize some of the rules correctly, and she ended up losing her store initially over it. And there was issues,
That's
and she
fair.
just doesn't want to take any more chances. So, totally understand that. Like, it's not. I know that people already have a bunch of stuff bought on their account, but to me, I think that if you're going to be a child avatar, you should have a separate account if you're going to be an adult avatar too.
Yeah.
I don't think that
hmm
that's a thing, and I think that should be a rule. And I thought they talked about it a little bit when everything went down with all the child avatar stuff, but I don't really know. But she was also saying that this person was that she banned was arguing about, you know how now they have to have that modesty layer in the child avatars, like it's like built-in
Oh.
underwear and a bra kind of thing.
Oh. Oh.
Um, she was saying that this particular person was arguing against that, which is weird because I think that that's probably a good plan if you're gonna insist on keeping child avatars here.
Man, the whole concept, I mean, like I get it. I was one at one point. Um, but I think just as things have evolved and come out, especially like with Linden Labs, it's just I don't think Second Life's the place for it.
Turning you guys up a little bit. Okay.
It's an
Yeah,
uncomfortable conversation.
it is. Well, I get it. I understand why people want to be child avatars, and the majority of the time it's completely innocent, and I'm perfectly fine with that. A lot of times they have unresolved trauma from when they were little, they didn't feel loved, and they're, working through that and going through that whatever kind of thing. Or if people, are parents of child avatars, a lot of time they either couldn't have had kids themselves, which, that's completely understandable, wanting to role play that. And then
Hmm.
also if they're older and they can't have kids anymore and they're just kind of like wanting to revisit that and they felt the best when they were a parent and that kind of thing. Or if they just want to offer support to somebody, I understand that. I do. But I do think that for me, it kind of creeps me out. But it's not it doesn't have to, I don't have to like it. I don't have to like, there's a bunch of stuff on here I don't necessarily like, you know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
but I do think that it's a good idea to, wait, let me mute this one. I do think it's a good idea to have separate accounts if you're going to be doing that. So you're very clear that the adult persona is different from the child persona, even if they're supposed to be the same person and just aged differently. I do think it's a good idea to have two separate accounts, and I think our friend Abby does that. She has two separate accounts for hers, which is awesome. So
Live your best life.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
we don't have to we don't have to necessarily want to do it, but it doesn't mean that other people can't. But I do understand why the owner of Riot decided to do that, and I don't think that that's not within her rights. Obviously, I mean, it's her store; she can
right.
ban whoever she wants. But that
Hmm.
being said, also, yes, people can ban people from their store or their sim or wherever, but you have to also understand that there can be repercussions for that as well. Like, yes, you can ban people, and that is your right, but people also have a right not to shop at your store if they get upset about it. You know what I mean? Like, there still can be repercussions, even though you're allowed to do it. You know what I mean?
I
So,
mean, to
I
play devil's advocate though, like how stupid is it like, oh, I don't agree with this, so I'm not shopping at your store. Okay.
well, I mean,
All
it
right,
I
happens a
great.
lot.
I
What do
don't
you
want you
mean?
shopping at my store anyway.
Right. But I'm
Like,
saying like a mass exodus from the store. I'm not saying it would happen with this instance, but in general, when people are like, oh, I'm going to ban people and it's my right. Yes, it totally is. But also,
but
like if they ban somebody because they don't like somebody, a nationality or something, then
yeah,
obviously a whole bunch of people are going to be like, well, F you, I'm not
F
shopping at
you.
your store.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can do that, but there are consequences still. Like that's well within your rights to do that, but that's also within people's rights not to shop there. So,
I think this whole argument could be pretty much solved if Linden Labs built in some built something into account creation. So there should be like a checkbox in account
yeah,
creation.
am I going
Is
to be
this going
an
to be a
adult?
child
Yeah.
avatar?
I agree.
So when you check that box, you're basically submitting to rules that
Mm-hmm.
this avatar will not be allowed to go to certain
Mhm.
locations, etc., etc. And the these those sim owners or those store owners, like they don't even have to think about it because it's built into account creation. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I think that'd be a great idea. Also, yeah, so they wouldn't be allowed to go to like adult areas and stuff like that too. I think that would be,
Right,
or adult shops and stuff like that. I think that would be great, and
right,
that would be a great compromise for people so they can still keep their child avatars. Because, like I said, I understand why some people would want to do
right.
that. Um, I'm not saying that it's innately a bad thing or anything. Um, but yeah, I think more rules, and I thought they were visiting that with all that controversy a year or two ago, but maybe they did
Yeah.
not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think a lot of what they said was because they were so under fire and in the media that they needed to say something and then they just fucked off.
Pen, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
They bleeped off.
Community
um,
standards. Community standards.
I mean,
well, it's not.
at the end of the day, Second Life as a platform is an adult platform,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
right?
You do have to
And
be 18 and older to be on here. You're supposed to be at
yeah,
least. They used to have the teen grid that had rules. See, they already had something like that. They had the teen grid that had rules like that. Why can't they just, make that for the child abbeys?
I mean, folks have been saying that for nearly 15 years, Lucy.
Right. Right.
Because I can remember when they shut down the teen grid and the everyone from the teen grid came over to the main grid and everybody was in a panic because they thought it was gonna be a crap show, you know?
Right. Well, I was thinking about it. My sisters, my SL sisters, they have children accounts, but they also have adult accounts that are completely separate too. So it's not like
Right.
it's that hard to do. You know, like I know a lot of people who
Right.
have that set up that way. And I mean, it's free to create an account. So like I said, I know that the one issue is the inventory. So I guess you'd have to figure out which one has the most, you know, if you have more child heavy stuff or if you have more adult heavy stuff, and then you're gonna have to just sort that out.
Yeah. Colette has to run, so
Oh, okay.
we'll be spilling the beans without her. But
I don't know. Maybe we should make a different podcast where we talk about that. Since
oh,
we've been
just
talking,
specifically for that?
yeah,
Yeah.
because we've been talking about this.
Yeah,
And I feel
let's
like
not.
this is not
Yeah.
the best time to be like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
let's not put Relay for Life in that.
yeah. Oh, oh,
Back
I
to
just
you
gave
in
a
the
little
studio.
hint. Just gave a little hint. It's all right. We can do one like, I don't know, Tuesday night or something and announce it. It's not till February anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
Oh, okay, we have time. Cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna announce it on social media and stuff though here in the next few days. I think Jenny already did put something on there. But anyway, moving on. What else interesting has been going on here? We had that pop-up set with DJ Nettie last night, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was
I
definitely
was
fun.
DJ'd here the other day.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that, but it seemed like you guys had a good time.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was pretty chill. It was pretty chill.
Good. Did you guys come up with any new inside jokes during that thing that I missed there?
Not that I know of.
No.
I didn't have sounds on, so
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh no.
I'm not quite awake to remember.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was probably working 'cause that's all I ever do. Speaking of Lonesome Dove and remodeling, so I saw on Facebook or Discord that we are renting
Oh yeah.
houses and a trailer.
Yes. Okay, so this beach house over here is for rent. Over there, that green one. And then we have a cabin over here. Which one is it? I think it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this. Oh, is that one or this one? Oh, that one's Ella's. So yeah, it's this one right here. That one's for rent. And then let me cam over to the trailers real quick here.
And what, it was like 100 a week.
There's this one. That
Okay.
one. These ones don't have mailboxes yet, but they should be. The trailers don't, but they should have mailboxes soon. Oh, no, they do. They're just on the back. I'm silly. Okay, so the mailboxes are back there. That's awesome. Alan is great. He set those up for us. Yeah, so the trailers are 40 prim, which I had actually said like 10, 20, but Colette said 40. I was like, okay, all right, lady. So they're 40
Yeah.
prim. Like this one especially probably should have had a little bit more. I mean, 40 probably works for it, but because this one's big and you actually have to put stuff in it. These two are tiny and you don't really have to add a whole lot besides just like a little bit of decor if you want to or something outside. They already have beds and everything in them. Well, I guess this one, the big one does have a kitchen and a bed already in it. So, and then the little one over here, this one's one of my favorites. This might be the adult version though. I might need to switch to the PG. And not that it matters so much anyway. Anyway, so yeah, those are for rent. The cabins have 100. The cabin and the beach house have 100 prim, and then the trailers have 40. And I did, like, quote unquote, finish decorating the smoke shack finally, / tarot room last night. I don't know if I love it, but at least it looks finished now. We can change it however we want later, but at least it doesn't look half done like it did before.
Right.
And then we'll have the BBL hut back because I yelled at Colette. She was like, I didn't like it. It was too primmy. And I was like, well, I like the hut. I like being able to go in there and click the button and go up to the thing because it's like secret hideaway thing. So yeah, the things that I like, quote unquote, insisted on over here was that we have the furniture in the middle because I love this area and I feel like when we do have it in the middle like this, that we tend to sit in it a lot more and stuff.
Hmm.
And then also that the BBL, we have the little hut because I like that. Because I'm a dork. But those
Well,
were my things.
the trick is finding a nice looking hut that's not as primmy that you can still stick the button in.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care what hut it is, just as long as it's beachy and it, you know, you can open it and click the button.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it looks like. I did like the bigger
Right.
one though a little bit more than the smaller one we had previously, but yeah, I'm gonna and I put some games out in the ranch in the cabin, so maybe we'll start using that a little bit more since we don't use that side as much right now. We do need to have some shows and stuff over there. I haven't done that for a while. Oh shoot. Oh,
So,
who's showing up over there? I see an orange cloud. Oh, they left. Did anybody catch who that was? Or was it just a
Nope.
bot?
no, no.
Oh, probably just a bot. Yeah.
So Lauren and I had a bit of a surprise the other day.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, no, thank God. No, no, no.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No, the half sim that's behind us
Mhm.
where we live, right, has been empty for like 2.5 months, right?
Mhm.
No, and we approached the landlord like last week, week before, saying we wanted to temporarily use one of the quarters to set up a gallery, right?
Oh yeah.
So, and we got the green light on that, and uh, we started working on it and putting ideas together, and like uh, yesterday morning, he messages me and he's like, "I hate to do this to you, man, but can you come pick up your stuff because I got somebody interested in the whole half sim." I'm like,
Oh.
"Absolutely, man, absolutely." So we're having to pivot and try to rethink on how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do it
Okay,
one
I
way
was
or
gonna
the other.
say, I mean, you guys, I mean, we could talk about it. You guys could maybe, if it's not huge, you could do like a skybox over here or something.
Yeah, well that's one idea that um we'd thrown about instead of using the land that was behind us,
Although it's
using
probably
our
adult, right? Yeah.
yeah, using our using the remaining prims that we have on our quarter to
Mhm.
do it, but it would be in the sky.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I think you guys should do that. Speaking of galleries too, we need to get over and see Clara's. I don't know if she's done with it yet or not, but she was making
oh,
an art
absolutely,
gallery.
yeah.
Hmm.
It'd be kind of cool to do like an art gallery tour. You get all fancy, like bring our champagne with us and stuff. And
One of the ideas that I put forth to Lauren was, I mean, I'm well aware that we have um, an art community, and it's basically focused on photography, right?
right.
But I was like, I wonder if there is a sculpture community, like a 3D
Ooh,
art
probably.
community.
I'm sure.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, yeah, let us know what you find out about that. I know my aunt Jen has an amazing, I don't know if it's up right now or not, but she had an
Uh,
amazing gallery. Penny and I went there of
Mm.
her paintings from real life that she sells in here, which is
uh-huh.
really cool. And I know Elka was talking about figuring out how to sell her art on here too, which would be amazing because she's super talented.
There's a few people that do that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
the guy who owns Seven Emporium,
Oh, yeah, I like that store.
a lot of the artwork that he sells is his own, from what
That's
I'm
really
told.
cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that someday if I could figure out how to get it into Second Life without losing like the quality. I might have to talk to Jen about that because
Hmm.
I don't know how to get it. Like I don't want if I just take a picture, I feel like it would lose stuff. So I'm not really sure how they do that. be something worth looking into, I guess. But I guess we'll
Yeah.
have to. Elka's gonna have to figure it out too. So
I would imagine it has something to do with the canvas size.
yeah,
Like, if it's a big canvas, right? It would be very difficult. And I
yeah, that's
mean,
what I'm
it
trying
would
to.
still, even with a smaller canvas, it would have to be it might be difficult if you didn't have the right equipment. I know my dad is a professional photographer in real life. He's retired now, but he has this contraption. It's basically this table, right? And it there's this jig that he mounts his camera on, so it points down, and then it's got lights that uh, come in from the sides to light the
Okay.
piece that he's trying to duplicate or digitize or whatever.
Well, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Uh,
I'll have to look into that more, especially like we were saying, since Elka's trying to do stuff, and I wouldn't mind trying to get some of my stuff on here too. That'd be cool.
yeah,
I like to paint, not very well, but I still like to paint. You never know, somebody might like it.
right.
So
I mean,
who knows?
look at Jackson Pollock.
Right.
Jackson Pollock just basically. I mean, and I'm sure there was more to it than just taking a paintbrush, dipping it in some paint, and just whipping it on your canvas. But for the viewer, right? For the appreciator of that artwork, that's kind of what it looks like. And
Yeah.
he's very famous. So, and then there's Bob Ross, who just he takes his brush and he makes happy little trees and fluffy
Right.
little
Right.
clouds.
Do whatever. Do whatever you do. Somebody might like it. Who
Yeah,
knows?
exactly. Art is in the eye of the beholder, and
Right.
what one person doesn't like, another person might. You know.
And that would be cool someday if we like actually. So, are you guys planning on selling your photos or no, or just gallery? Like for people to
Just
look at?
gallery, just gallery. I mean, we did when we were going to use the parcel, we had the idea of asking the participants if they would mind selling their works for, like, I don't know, 200 some odd lindens, etc., and then
Right.
and set up the vendor so, like, a percentage
Right.
of that sale goes towards towards the gallery, which in turn would have gone towards um, throwing money towards our landlord, because he's graciously allowing us to use that.
Yeah. That could be. I mean, that could be an idea someday for that other quarter on our sim if we did end up having like a merch store and we had like a gallery that we
Mhm.
sold people's art and stuff.
Yeah,
It might be cool. And do like a percentage to the sim and then like a percentage to the person.
yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad thing to do over here too. Things that we could do if we had more ambition, right?
It's not the lack of ambition; it's the lack of motivation.
I
That's
mean,
true.
isn't that like? Oh, is that not the same thing? Is that different?
No.
Okay. So we have ambition, just not motivation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You're very ambitious, but motivation. Which is fair.
We have a lot of ideas, yeah, just not
Yeah.
a lot of follow through. That makes sense.
We follow through on a majority of our ideas.
We do. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer.
Yeah. Better late than never.
Exactly.
So we as I mean, I know it's only January, but do we have anything lined up in the coming months for
Down with Love party.
Oh yeah, we
Down-
got that,
down
and then
with
we'll have a Valentine's Day formal. We have Elka's birthday's coming up, and Colette's
Colette.
birthday's coming up, so I'm not sure what we're doing for those yet. And then
That'd
yeah,
be
we
fun.
we do every year. We do the Down with Love party, which is like the anti Valentine's Day party, and then we do the formal, which is like the more couples, and which we don't have any ideas for either one of those yet. I think we were going to talk about that at this coming up week's meeting on Wednesday, like what events, because we want to pull things into our announcement that we didn't make today as well. So
Mm-hmm.
so we'll have to talk about that at the staff meeting on Wednesday and look at the calendar
Okay.
and look at our parties, not scheduled parties list, and see what we want to do.
Right.
I'm really excited about Amberlynn's idea that she accidentally came up with the other day for the spring bake
You wanna
party.
Oh yeah,
Like maybe even making that a whole weekend would be cool.
be fun.
Yeah, spend the weekend here at
Did I
Lonesome
hear
Dove.
that right? Spring bake?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
That could be definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Yeah, I have some stuff to bring up at the meeting about that kind of stuff, so I think it would be
Trick
fun.
is, would we have to keep this Sims still moderate?
Yeah, that would still be during the season, so it would still have to be moderate during the time. But like I said, I think everybody's a little too conservative when it comes to the moderate setting. Because if you go and look at the rules, like I said before, you can have adult furniture, you can have nudity, you can still have relations behind closed doors. You just can't publicly have like like not like this kind of adult furniture, but like furniture that looks adult, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like adult items like that around publicly. Like nudity is not an issue on moderate Sims. That's not like a thing. Basically, the way I think, if I remember correctly, that the Second Life website explained the general one is like, don't do anything that you wouldn't want your grandma to see, essentially, is what they said on there for the general one. And then moderate was just like, not openly sexualized. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't think it's, as long as, like, yeah, I think it's fine. So, I mean, we could still have, like, in general, you can't have drug paraphernalia and stuff, too, but on moderate you can. So we can still have,
Right.
like, pot stuff and all that stuff, and people can still wear skimpy bikinis and whatever, it's not a huge deal. They just can't.
I like a good skimpy bikini myself.
Yeah, we noticed last night with, I mean, it wasn't a bikini, but with Ren's outfit that you bought her, that was definitely a male bought outfit. That was funny. Especially the front part.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, oh Pete's. That was amusing. Yeah, so do you guys have anything else for today?
not.
Not
Nope.
really. I know, like I said, I haven't even looked at sales or anything yet, so I can't really comment on those a whole lot. But I did see the past few weeks were not great. But, like, I don't know how much with the creators, how, since the economy has been slowing down on here quite a bit, from what I've heard, I don't know how much, like, the quote-unquote good creators, are really seeing that it's worth it to, or maybe they're seeing that it's not worth it to do sales. I don't know.
I don't necessarily think it's that. I think it's that with the Christmas holiday
Yeah.
in particular, without knowing anything, right?
Right.
I'm gonna say that creates a lot of burnout
I'm
because
sure it does.
it's time consuming and it's an entire freaking month. It's not just like Halloween. It's one day and boom, it's over. No, it's an entire freaking month.
Right. Well, and if you count American Thanksgiving in there too, it's longer than a month. So,
Yeah, exactly.
you got Halloween, which is huge here, and then you have Thanksgiving, which isn't huge, but it's still, a holiday, and it's a holiday, obviously, for Americans outside of Second Life as well. And then you have just the entire Christmas season, and then you have New Year's, and it's like everything, boom, 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 like right in a row. So that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're coming up to Valentine's Day as well, which is pretty big. So, yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see how people would be burnt out on things. Too bad. Too bad Colette couldn't be here for the majority of it because we could have brought in our new Lonesome Dove mascot. I mean, I guess we still could, but
We'll save it for the relay for life.
okay, that sounds good. That was hilarious when she brought that out. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. It's like perfect. I still think she needs to get the creepy one though, too. Maybe for
The
Halloween
white
or
one.
something. Yeah. That one was creepy as heck. But anyway, I think that's probably all we really got here. Penny, do you want to wrap things up here?
Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you haven't, please take a moment to do so, and we will see you in a couple of days for the next Relay for Life podcast.